What's up, y'all? I'm gonna do a quick little introduction for the fellowship. My name is Kevin Cruz. I live here in Naples, Florida, and spent some time in Honduras as well. So I float between these two awesome places, doing food forest stuff, regeneration, and agroforestry stuff. So yeah, here in Naples, I run a small business. Casa Cruz Food Forest is the name of the business. We sell cuttings and seeds online and banana corms and a bunch of other plant genetics online, as well as doing food forest installs and maintenance and native habitat restoration, clearing invasives, things of that nature. A little bit of everything, honestly. But just a quick little backstory. I started farming around 2016 or so, around there. Started market farming, hopped around different market farms across the U.S. Landed in Oregon on the West Coast for a couple years. Worked predominantly there in Oregon, beautiful Willamette Valley. Learned a lot about farming. And around the same time that I was in Oregon, 2017 or so, I was teaching myself Portuguese and stumbled upon agroforestry videos in Brazil, and the rest was history, honestly. I learned Portuguese and syntropic theory at the same time, so a nice little 2-for-1 combo there. I moved back to where I grew up here in Naples, Florida in about 2021, February of 2021, and have been implementing agroforestry syntropic theory since then. So this is my personal food forest where I have a main crop of turmeric on the understory. You can see it's starting to get shady around here. This is shampoo ginger, so a bunch of stuff. It's hard to kind of narrow it down to like one or two, a couple things when you do agroforestry, but mainly turmeric. And then as a long term, I'm doing a little experiments with just trying to come up with just growing things from seed. A lot of mangoes predominantly, trying to do mangoes from seed and see what makes it in this interesting little context we have here in inland Southwest Florida, where it can get kind of frosty in the winter times every now and then, and a little drier. We could go through some really hard dry spells here. Not quite the lush subtropical context that maybe some people have. It's a very unique context here in inland Southwest Florida. So yeah, doing some trials with mangoes, but also I'm growing a lot of trees for wood. I do some woodworking as well, and I want to pursue my interest in making my own tools to sell. So I got a lot of pole wood kind of trees with a focus on a long term of the native mahogany trees that we have here. Suitina mahogany, which is the Cuban mahogany. And also I manage I think the property is 5 acres in total, but I think our production, real quick before I continue on that, everything here is no irrigation. So I'm really passionate about working systems that don't require any irrigation systems. It's an awesome puzzle to try to figure out, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, here's a turmeric that's popping up. Actually, never mind. Okay. I also manage a farm about a mile away from my house. It's about 5 acres. The property is 5 acres, but production-wise, we're doing around maybe 2 altogether, with like a 1.5 acres maybe of an old abandoned longan grove, a bunch of longan trees that we're taking care of. They're fruiting right now, which is really cool. So yeah, we're kind of taking care of it in a sort of syntropic sense of just like filling in the gaps of the old orchard, slowly but surely. It's kind of a long-term project. But then the other sort of 1/2 acre, maybe 2/3 of an acre, is a fully irrigated kind of commercial style syntropic system where we predominantly doing bananas right now, both the fruit and the pups and the corms. But also we're also waiting for the next succession, which is like the mangoes, the grafted mangoes, star fruit, avocados, and those kinds of trees to start producing. But for now, the bananas are holding it down, and papayas as well. Do a lot of papayas on that farm. So yeah, that kind of covers what I'm doing here in Florida, in Naples. Like I said, I do edible landscaping as well, but my passion is actually the more farming side of things. So doing the edible landscaping to pay the bills, but farming for the soul. And let's see. Now in Honduras, we have me and my family have around three or 4 acres of land in central Honduras in Comayagua, and we're doing a regeneration project there as well. So planting some things for sure, but since I'm not there, it's kind of hard to. So yeah, it's kind of hard to delegate when you're not there all the time. So we've kind of been opting for a more FMNR, which stands for Farmer Managed Natural Regeneration of trees. So we're doing some planting of some mangoes out there and whatever we can get our hands on, but most of the work is machete work that we manage the landscape and then let whatever natural trees that are in the seed bank already, or whatever the birds want to disperse, or whatever seed dispersers are there, to naturally disperse or naturally comes up on its own, and we take care of those trees on our property in Honduras. It's been a really, really cool project. A lot more of a long-term project, but definitely a much, I don't know. I really enjoy that project, because Honduras is such a beautiful place. It's, it's where my roots are. It's my ancestors are from Honduras, so it just means a lot to me. And in Honduras, I also partnered with a friend, Luis Fernando Torres, who lives in Cihuatepeque, which is about an hour and some change away from our property in Honduras. In Cihuatepeque, which is a little bit higher elevation, a little bit more pine dominant type of landscape. And his project is called Biofloresta in Honduras. And it's a really cool project. It's just getting, it's in its beginning stages, but we're chipping away at it for sure. But what I like about his project is that he really involves the community. So he brings the kids out there and they do hands-on workshops about soil, about learning how to plant trees, about taking care of the environment. So it's a little bit beyond the just planting and like the community aspect, which is super important. I feel like sometimes, at least for me, it's easy to get lost in the nerdy trees, plants only kind of stuff, and sometimes forget about the broader scale community impact that these kinds of systems can create. So actually just reminded me, here in Naples as well, we the farm that I manage, we also do like once every 3 weeks or so, depending, we do a community market. So any sort of small businesses that do sort of food related things, we all meet up at the food forest there and have a market, which is really nice, sort of a way to not only move the food forest crops that we're growing, but also involve the community and have the community come out and see the food forest and sort of just have a gathering space. It's very important for me, at least, to always think about that community aspect of things. So yeah, I think that's the basic rundown of everything. Super stoked to be a part of the community on here, and I'm looking forward to talking with everybody and getting inspiration from everyone and just nerding out on all things agroforestry. So yeah, that's it. Peace.